Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I'm Damien Farr, and tonight we are talking about Ahsoka. It's in the title again. Come on, it's in the title. So we're gonna talk about Ahsoka, which I want to point out right away. I think this show is probably an FA, maybe an FAR, depending on the day. I'd say probably a high FA though. Personally, I thought this show was gonna be, I don't know, a little bit better. We're gonna go into it in just a second here, but some of the basic info, it's created and written by David Fillion, and he directs a couple episodes to my knowledge. I don't think this has anything to do with him. I just think this is more the state of Star Wars and the fact that it's really a follow-up to Star Wars Rebels, which personally I haven't seen. I watched the Clone Wars when I was a kid all the time, loved the Clone Wars, but I never watched Rebels, so I feel like that's noted to point out. I did watch Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian, so she does show up in Mandalorian for a little bit there, so I thought that was important to note. I did see that, and I saw most of the Clone Wars shows, so other than the Lost Batch, or the Bad Batch, excuse me. Other than that, I have seen most of the Clone Wars. I don't think I watched the Lost Season or whatever it was, so I feel like I needed to preface that. So the cast here: Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano. She's good. I think she pulls off Ahsoka pretty well. I mean, there's a huge gap of time that I'm missing personally, and I think she looks perfect as Ahsoka, which is not something I can always say. But then we got Natasha Lee Brodsey, I think it's pronounced, as Sabine Wren. She is also really good in the role. I don't know Sabine though, because didn't actually watch Rebels. Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Herrera Sudurla, I think it's pronounced. Once again, Rebels character, don't know her. Ray Stevenson as Bailiff Sakur. School. I'm just stupid. Should think Viking terminology. David Tennant voices Hung Yang, and Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker - Darth Vader. The cast is pretty damn good once again. There's nothing to say that other than they're good. They're good. I mean, seriously, they're good. But I think it's worth noting here once again, I did not watch Rebels. So, like I said, I'm missing a bunch. She did show up in Mandalorian, which was cool, but, you know, a lot's changed. Back when I was a kid, if I remember correctly, she had 2 green lightsabers. Now she has white lightsabers. Did not know white lightsabers were a thing, and kind of cool that they're white. I enjoy it, personally. I think it's great. Also, they're looking for Ezra. I don't know who Ezra is either, but he's friends with Sabine Wren. I feel like that's important to note as well. But pretty much Ahsoka Tano investigates an emerging threat to the galaxy following the fall of the Empire. And I didn't put it in here because I wrote this pretty early on in the season, but Ezra's in the show, like I said, and then they also have the big bad guy being... I'm totally gonna forget the name. I forgot the name. I literally forgot the name. Thrawn. There we go. I didn't even have to look it up. Didn't even get to type. Thrawn is the big bad guy, and the guy who voiced him in the cartoon is actually the guy voicing him or playing him in the show, which is kind of cool. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing if you're that guy, because, you know, you're getting a job still, but you're a bad guy. So, once again, I don't know. I think it's probably a considerably better show if you've watched Rebels, but honestly, the interactions between Sabine and Ahsoka, I mean, it's like a parent looking after a child and she's not happy about it for some reason. The best way to describe it. I guess Ezra was the actual apprentice to her type of a thing. I don't know. Once again, I'm just speculating. I haven't watched Rebels or really looked into Rebels. I may have to watch Rebels now, and maybe Ahsoka will be better, but I feel like the starting point was kind of and then it got better as it went on. So, have you seen Ahsoka? Tell me in the comments below. Before we get off here, Loki just started, and at the time I'm filming this is before Loki Season 2 starts, but I'm hoping that'll be a great point for the MCU, because honestly, since the Infinity Saga ended, the MCU's kind of been in a weird place. And Star Wars, since Disney bought them, has been really hit or miss. So, what do you think of Ahsoka, the MCU, and Star Wars in general? Tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.